What's up, everybody? This is Tony Benson.
And I'm Mr.Magistral Malik.
Today we will be reviewing the episode Doggy Da Vinci, and this has got to be one of my favorites. This starts out with Da Vinci. She's an art pup. She's got, I think permanent paint, blue in one paw, pink on the other paw. She's doing art stuff. And unfortunately, the triple D's, some of them, their voices have gone out. So Dolly's bouncing up and down with a bunch of weight on a trampoline, and it breaks the brick wall down. And it's the triple D's cannot do a commercial, so what are they going to do? And then the Dimitris just end up getting tossed in with the paint. They get, thrown into the bin of Snowballs owner who's planning to create a design for the shirts. But then it's everybody's oh, these splotches on the shirts are beautiful. He's mystery artist. And then it's Da Vinci, you got to get started on developing a line. So she starts developing the splotch pattern t-shirt design that all the humans want, and she keeps doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it till eventually she gets bored of it and she's no, I don't want to do the same thing, I want to do something different. But they're no, they love it, it's making us money to fix the brick wall, seriously. And she's fed up, so she leaves. They try to do it on their own. Turns into utter chaos when, Dawkins leading the project. So then she's painting a mural in town and they're all going Doggy Da Vinci, Doggy Da Vinci. And some other, I think they mistaken her for a Labrador or something. And the moment Dylan and Dolly went to go find him, was how do they know her name? And I'm the humans have heard of Leonardo da Vinci, which is what the Da Vinci comes from. And the mural is this toxic cloud of angry force, greediness from Snowball and Dylan and Dolly, forcing her to do the same design over and over again. And she's had enough of it. She wants to make art her way, her design, and these humans are just crowding her, and her anxiety is there's way too many people, it's so overwhelming. She just wants to escape from it as the crowd of humans go by, wanting to put her on social media because it's oh, check this out, this dog can do art, we gotta put this on the socials. So then there's a moment where there's a light. She goes near her siblings, Dylan and Dolly, and she ends up into the, the lagoon, the canal. And I thought that was a metaphor for something, but she ended up in the canal and they're hugging, and then it's okay, we won't force you to do this design. Dolly's why don't you just do paper towels? And then Da Vinci's Dolly. So basically, she goes back. And they're okay, we got a new brick wall, but what we see as a brick wall, you see as a new canvas. So she puts an art design for the backyard that's beautiful. And of course, I think it was Dallas that lost her voice. So yeah, I'm going to take it to Mr. Magistral Malik for his thoughts on this episode. Malik?
I really would say that I like this episode since we get to see a Dalmatian who is an artist, have their story arc. So it's really interesting to see one about Doggy Da Vinci. What about you, Tony?
I really love this episode. Alright, it's an episode that's all about Da Vinci, and I know that a lot of people, huge crowds of people just exploiting you for stuff, and I get her anxiety. And and the fact that Snowball, Dylan, and Dolly were forcing her to just do the same splotch design. And there was a thing Snowball's owner's it's mystery artist, and Da Vinci was like, wait a minute, I did those designs. I'm like, if humans don't understand you, how are they gonna know you are the one behind the creation? Alright? You can't actually speak to humans so you can get, like, you know, claim for the ownership of the art if they can't hear you. And the mural of the toxic black cloud and the evil looks of Snowball, Dylan, and Dolly is just like, wow. They pushed her too far, and I'm like, they made it up by giving her a blank canvas, and the picture at the end looked amazing. I don't think it was permanent, because in another review it shows that exact same brick wall, and I don't think the mural was there anymore. Probably rain made it go away, but you know, they should have Da Vinci do the entire house. She should paint the entire house. I'm pretty sure in her room, or if she has her own room in the house, it's like she should design her own room. Overall, I love this episode. I love Da Vinci. Her left eye looks like a squid, or she had like ink or something. It's just the design or something, but her whole character, her design, her, you know, handkerchief, the neck, I think that is the scarf, the neck scarf. And of course, some of the paint I think is permanent. On her right and left is like a blue and a pink on her paw. I think it's permanent. But yeah, overall, incredible episode. I hope in season 2 she has a second one. She deserves to have another episode. She's a very fun character. Would you change anything about this episode, Malik?
I don't think I would change anything. What about you, Tony?
I don't think I would change anything about this episode. I think everything's perfect. You know, you have a thing where people force you to do the same thing over and over again, but you're sick and tired of it. You rebel, you move out, then people make up, apologize, and make up for it in a way that to their liking. I don't think I would. It's amazing how this whole episode comes to concepts. So, alright everybody, we're at the ratings, 0 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. For this one, I'm going to have to give it a solid 9 out of 10 because it was so joyful. I can't give it a perfect 10 because of how, you know, Snowball and her two siblings, Dylan and Dolly, were forcing her to do the same design over and over again when she wanted to do something completely different. And they drove her out of the house kind of like how the Dimitris and Dylan drove Deepak out of the house. This is like the second Dalmatian to just storm off after, you know, other siblings and friends push them over the edge. And we might see that in other characters in the second season. But yeah, a 8 out of 10.
I would give it a 8.8 out of 10.
Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out my other YouTube channel, The Furry Gamer. Check out Hero's YouTube channel, Flash's YouTube channel, and Malik's YouTube channel. All in the description. Malik's and Flash's Twitch channels will be in the description. Check them out. You know, see when they're streaming by following them. If there's already something on there, go ahead and check it out. Don't forget to check out and support not only the reviews, but every other video on there. A lot of the react and review that I've done, a lot of those are actually getting a lot of views. Everything is growing nicely in my channel, so, you know, keep it up. And almost to 100, so remember, when I reach 100, there's going to be a Q&A, so don't forget about that. And continue to support and share all the videos. Once again, not only would help me grow, but it would also, you know, be nice. And also, for those of you that are new and have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button to also help me grow and help you not keep constantly clicking on my channel to see if I've uploaded anything new. Click on the subscribe button so you get notified, and hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever there's a new video. Next is another two-parter. This is London, We Have a Problem, part 1 and 2, which is up next, which is another two-parter, which we will do review each part separately. And this one is like one giant roller coaster because this one is the most intense two-parter and the most two intense episodes of all. So I'm going to have a blast reviewing these with Malik and Heroes, and also another YouTuber will be joining us for that too. So once again, guys, thank you for watching. I forgot to mention that there's a previous one, but this one, the previous review will be in the description. Don't forget to check out the end screen, which is going to have the playlist for everything. So, yeah.